Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome you today to our series of interviews with SaaS founders. So today excited to introduce Nick Tomic. He's the founder of Face to Face, a very innovative new solution which is one of the first to market. Nick's going to explain about what the solution is, why they came up with the idea. He's going to show a demo and some of the key features and who it's targeted at and who should be using it.
Hey Luke, thanks for the intro. Hello everybody, my name is Nick. I guess one liner is high school dropout turned SaaS founder would be the way to describe it. I've been in SaaS since I was 17 years old and had my ups and downs, the journey, but let's not go through that whole thing. I guess I can speed run it to about a year and a half ago. I was building something called coldmessage.io, which was a software that allowed you to personalize messages by scraping LinkedIn profiles, which today is obsolete thanks to Clay. But yeah, in my first week, so I built that SaaS in roughly 7 days, and I launched it through Discord channels mostly. Got 200 users on it, and I was wondering, what are those people doing? Like, I can't see what they're doing, and it made me feel really anxious because I didn't know what was going on. I could just see my database. I could see their emails in the database piling up and nothing else. So I installed Hotjar, and from that point on, I was able to stalk them. I thought that was really cool, and I was able to figure out like what was going right, what was going wrong, and but when things went wrong, I wasn't able to jump in and help them. So I just wish that there was a tool that allowed me to talk to them while they were in the middle of using my product. And I found a tool which allowed me to jump in and call them. It wasn't really made for that, but I made it work. And in that first month, I was able to have over 10 hours of conversations with my earliest users,
Nice.
which enabled me to figure out that Clay was coming around and I should probably get out of that niche unless I was willing to eat glass and stare into the abyss on cold outreach, which I was not. So, fast forward to 6 months ago, I was thinking about that very problem that I had back then. I've been interviewing founders for the last, I'd say, 14 months. Then over 350 SaaS founder interviews. Luke was one of them. And I figured that, founders really struggle with validating market fit and building the right thing. Oftentimes they have a lot of useless features. They don't know what people are using, what they're not using. So I thought, you know what, let me build this thing that think should exist. So that's how the idea came around.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's really impressive as well. I remember when you're first building it, and then we met at SaaSstock briefly. I know you doing lots of different interviews and running around, and
Yeah.
which was awesome. So we actually met in person, which is great. But no, it's very innovative. You can really see sort of the struggle of a lot of people coming to a sort of vendor's website. There's obviously so much choice out there, and you really want to have that personal touch with them because a lot of people obviously they have to wait for demos. They can obviously watch things like interactive demos as well, but there's no better than that sort of face-to-face interaction. So no, it's a great story, and obviously you're seeing that need as well. That yourself had that pain point, so bringing that is really like innovative, and you can see with obviously the users you've gotten already, it's sort of flying, which is great. Cool. So yeah, if you just tell a little bit more sort of about like the features, some of the benefits, and who really is your target market, Nick, that'd be great.
Our target market varies widely. I think that we're in a very new space. There aren't any solutions that offer exactly what we're offering, and so we're faced with this challenge, which a lot of VCs run away from, which is what's the ICP? And I answer to that question: there is none, right? There's a lot of different ICPs. It's like we're building a phone, really, a phone that can live on your website or inside your product. As of next month, you'll be able to use it if you have an app on the App Store or Android Store. So this is what we're building, really, and right now we're seeing a lot of adoption from agencies, marketing agencies, lead generation agencies, service businesses, so like plumbers, solar installers, um, electricians, HVACs,
Great.
those guys. But I think like the area where we're most focused is SaaS,
Hmm.
early stage SaaS, mid stage SaaS. They're using it for all kinds of things like sales, like on their landing page. That's for a more early stage. And then late stage, mid stage, they're using it for activations and churn reduction. So when a user is on a free trial, they are able to book a call with someone from the success team who's then going to be able to help them, right? And in those first 7 to 14 days of trial period, this is where your clients are, your prospects are comparing you with your competitors, compare your tech, right? And this is where it's important for you to stand out and make sure that like you're able to offer them the value that they signed up to get. So it's a really interesting time to put in a little button in the middle of your app that says, "Hey, want to talk to someone now?" Question mark. Talk now button.
Mm,
This is what we provide.
exactly.
Super easily embeddable, one line of code, and yeah.
That's perfect. I also see as well you have like the screen sharing capabilities that I saw on the platform, which look amazing. So as you mentioned, if there is someone like trialing a SaaS solution and they get a bit stuck, some people might just like log out of the trial and not try it. But I think it's really, really hugely beneficial that you can screen share. And I believe as well, like if you're talking to say like a sales rep or onboarding, that they can share their screen and really help you, especially with some of the more complex tools as well. Obviously, some are very feature rich and people may get a bit stuck. So that ability to be able to do that screen sharing, I think, is hugely beneficial as well, especially in that space, because it is always about that first sort of trial period that people, it's either a yes or no, isn't it, really, sort of thing with the user experience. So I think face to face is going to bring a huge amount of value into that, which I saw.
Yeah, screen sharing is really cool for demos. I think like on the landing page, or if you want to show them something, the way it's set up in a different account, or things like that. What's really cool is the co-browsing. So this is like a default feature where when the call is connected, you can, as the agent, you can control the screen of the user without having to ask them for anything. And you'll only be like, you can only control the tab that the code is installed on. So like
Okay.
your website or your SaaS. But you can scroll, you can click, and it's near real time. It looks very seamless.
Well,
And it allows you to, it's as if you were sitting right next to the prospect.
perfect. No, that sounds amazing. Yeah, definitely as well. And once they have that confidence to know they can actually talk to, like a human being as well, I think that's great because, of course, there's a lot of AI out there which is doing, really, helping speed up efficiencies and things like that. But when you're really trying to get to know like a product or anything like that, there's nothing better than that face-to-face sort of like chat. So, no, it sounds awesome.
Exactly.
Good stuff. So, should we have a look at the product? I can sort of share my screen and do a call from Nick from the face-to-face website.
Yeah. Do you want yeah, which screen should we share? Yours or mine?
Uh, you can I can share mine if you want, and then basically I can call you from that. So,
Yeah, let's do it.
okay, cool. Give me 2 seconds. Good stuff. It's an impressive looking website as well, and I really like the logo icon. It's amazing because you can see the two Fs and the two in the middle. So very well thought out. Really good brand. Good
Thanks.
stuff. So cool. So you'll be able to see that Nick, that obviously we've got your how you actually sort of contact the sort of vendor themselves. So what I'm going to do is like there's a talk now video and schedule. So Nick, I'm going to give you a call and let's see what happens.
Uh, Luke is calling me, so I can see that he's from Brighton, right, and that he's from Great Britain. So I can come here and click open F2F, and now I'll be able to accept the call. Just full screen that. Boom. We're live with Luke on the call. Let's just make sure we mute each other. Here we go. And now I can control his screen from here, and I can share my screen with Luke.
That's really really impressive. Definitely gives that really good human touch when you want to speak to someone and being able to obviously see the availability and be able to sort of do an audio call if people aren't, don't want to jump on a video call, and also to schedule things in as well. So it looks like it's got, all the all-round sort of like the solutions to be able to like fully sort of like contact and engage with them. So yeah, no, I think it's massive. And like you say, it's great to sort of like have a laser focus on, for example, at first SaaS, just to get, you've obviously already got like the product market fit with the number of people you've got trying at the moment, and then obviously it's expanding to those different personas in different industries. So yeah, no, it's great. You must be very excited for 2025 and all the good things there. Have you got like a roadmap that you're rolling out as well, or have you got like sort of timelines where you're going to be introducing new stuff? Because obviously it's a very solid product on its own. Is this something you're obviously getting this completely solid and then moving potentially to anything, other features or anything? Or was that all top?
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of solidification. I think that like our focus is on being the best calling tool. So we're just gonna make sure that that's the case. A lot of devices, a lot of browsers we have to account for. So like a lot of testing to be done. But some exciting things, integrations. We got a new team member that's only going to be doing integrations. So you can expect us to put out anywhere between 4 to 10 integrations per month. And some of the cool ones are going to be so RB2B and a bunch of
Yep.
other identification tools, which fall in nicely with our value proposition, right?
Yep.
Since you can
Perfect. Yeah.
identify the users directly and face to face, and then you can get notified, hey, this guy's trying to call you, and you know who it is. So that's fun. We also have a mobile app coming. So if you're an iPhone user or an Android user, you'll be able to get the calls on your phone instead of through Slack.
Okay,
They'll
very
come
cool.
in just like a regular phone call when your mom's calling you, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Like for the consultants and stuff like that you mentioned earlier. So when people are
Yeah,
obviously going to be on the move, or if people have like their sales reps or customer success that might be out of the office. So no, that sounds really good.
exactly. So I think that's going to be exciting for anyone that's doing sales, or these types of use cases. So yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming. But yeah, just more of the good stuff.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
too crazy. We won't be adding chat. Won't be adding any of those things. We'll be integrating with Intercom. We'll
okay,
have
yep.
plugins on all the big app stores, so like the Shopify store, the WordPress store, Bubble
Nice.
store. Yeah, just trying to make it easy for the users to implement and bulletproof when to use it.
Perfect. No, it sounds absolutely great. Yeah, cool. But so, how can someone get started with face to face if they want to try it out?
You can just go to our website, facetoface.io, and click to get started.
Cool. Sorry, but in terms of actually installing the software itself, I see it's quite a sort of simple process.
Yeah, it's one line of code. We put it in the header. Usually takes less than 5 minutes to set the whole thing up. It can get crazier if you're a SaaS company and you want to create your own button and you want to do your own stuff. Like for example, with HeyReach, right now we're creating a button. So let me show you. When someone's gonna log into HeyReach,
Yeah.
right here, at the bottom here, if you're on a free trial, it'll say talk now.
Okay.
And
Nice.
when you click on it, it'll show up face to face. And once a day, if it's your first login of the day, face to face will show up by default. And then when
Perfect.
you toggle it off, it'll hide here until you click on it again. And that will only be shown to free trial users that have been identified as high value potential clients.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's great that
there's
you can actually sort of really sort of segment it down into that as well. I think that's very important,
yeah.
especially because obviously HeyReach are very popular, very popular solution. We've got them on the front page of CompareYourTech as well, so we're helping partner and promote with them as well, which is great. So, you don't want, if they've got hundreds of sign-ups, you don't want the sales team to be overwhelmed. So that's really good that face-to-face can actually, have that uniqueness to those persona of people coming on board. So no, it sounds great. You've got a really, Nick. It's going to be a big year, I can see, for face to face, and I'm glad I've had the chance to have a chat with you because I can.
Yep. Thank you, Luke.